What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Hot Takes and Pump Fakes. I'm your host and moderator, John Garey, back with the crew, Ryan Brewer, Kelvin Jones, and James Garey. No Coach P or Davo tonight. They had some stuff that they had to do, family, hang out with them for the holidays, so we'll miss them, but they'll be back next week. So, another crazy weekend in NFL, man. Sunday's games weren't that exciting, but the games leading up to Sunday, pretty friggin' awesome. I'll go to you first, Brewer. Did you watch this
Yeah,
weekend?
of course I did, fellas. And you know me. I mean, I'm a big NFL guy. I think I probably watched every single one of them this coming week or this past week. Just cause that's who I am, guys. I'm just an NFL guy. Excuse me. Kind of where I'm at. Man, the Eagles, they gave the Cowboys a game, 34-40 with Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew was like 20, complete like 24 passes, 24-40. They had like 300 something yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. I think that solidified the Eagles being the best team in football. Maybe, I mean, if they can do that to Gardner Minshew, they're better than the Cowboys. I think the Eagles are a good team. I tell you, who's not being talked about enough, and that's Devontae Smith, man. 8 catches, over 100 yards, 2 tutties for the Eagles. I mean, he's balling. Nobody's talking about him. Everybody's talking about AJ Brown. So Devontae Smith, he's been showing up and showing out this year. The Panthers, they made me eat my words last week. Absolutely dominating the Lions. I don't know how Sam Darnold, but Panthers made me eat my words. Then I sat there and watched the whole freaking Chargers and Colts game last night. That was bad football, man. Nick Foles. I mean, how did the guy win a Super Bowl? I mean, that was absolutely atrocious, man. I mean, any of us on this call could have done just what he did last night. I mean, we could have thrown picks, we could have gotten sacked, we could have had negative rushing yards just like he could. I mean, it was awful. So yeah, that's my NFL reactions, man. Big NFL guy. Can't wait to watch some more.
Yeah, you say the Eagles are the best team in the football.
I do.
The Cowboys ran up 40 on them.
They did. They sure did.
Yep, Nutsack Prescott did it. So
I mean, that was without Jalen Hurts. But in all honesty, I think I'm kind of with rush pass limbo, Micah Parsons. Is it the team or is it him that's leading to their success? And I think it's more the team. With that good supporting cast that he has, 2 weapons on the outside with Smith and Brown, and then you got Goddard at tight end and Miles Sanders, who has got a lot of yards this year, but Buddy's got a severe fumbling problem.
He does.
Much this season.
Yes, he does.
So I'm gonna swing it to Kelv.
First, I want to give a shout out to the Steelers, man. They're really looking like a decent team. I mean, at first 5 or 6 games of the season, we're like, yeah, this is bad for the Steelers. They aren't going to be good. This is going to be Mike Thomas' worst year. Blah blah blah. Kenny Pickett's not good. I mean, now they've won 5 out of the last 7. They're 7-8. I don't know. I doubt they'll make the playoffs in the AFC, but I don't think Mike Tomlin's had a losing record with the Steelers so far since he's been there. I think he's been there for like 15 years or something like that. His last 2 games are Baltimore and Cleveland. So he does need to win those last 2 games to keep that winning record, which, I mean, they could honestly beat Baltimore if Lamar doesn't play. And they should compete with the Browns. The Dolphins, man, and Tua. I really don't know what to say. I mean, 3rd concussion of the year. He needs to. I think he probably needs to shut it down for the season. There's just no reason for him to keep playing. I mean, sometimes football isn't worth it, man. You could clearly tell when he had the concussion because he played great in the first half, and then second half he was not good. So yeah, I think Tua should probably wrap it up for the year. And then Eagles and the Cowboys, man, like John said earlier, is it Jalen Hurts or is it the team? I mean, Gardner Minshew got ran out of Jacksonville right? I mean, we thought he was good in Jacksonville, but he comes to Philly, plays this game, he looks like a Pro Bowl quarterback. You know,
Uh,
I mean, he played about as well as you would think he could play.
yeah,
I
I
mean, he
agree with
did
that.
32 interceptions. I mean, but he threw for 355 yards and he had an 85 QBR. So I mean, but Dak played well besides that terrible interception. Um, and he did fumble one time. But if the Cowboys offensive line can gel, I know the Eagles defensive line is great. I mean, Dak got sacked 6 times. If that offensive line can gel and Dak limit the turnovers, this team can go to the moon. They can go to the Super Bowl. But also, their defense needs to step it up. That's 2 straight weeks. They've allowed over 30 points.
Yeah.
And that's not what they're about. They're supposed to be led by this strong defense. Last week they gave even if you want to go to the week before that, they gave up 23 to Houston. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's not good. 40 to Jacksonville and 34 to Philly. I mean, they have Thursday night against the Titans this week. So maybe that'll probably get a defense a game to get back in shape against Malik Willis and a not so good offense. So leading into the playoffs. So yeah, those are my reactions for the week.
Yeah. Cowboys, this is also something I wanted to bring to the table. Diggs has been getting cooked recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Smith had him looking like, Ron Brewer in the merchandise trailer on a 4th of July, just getting slammed.
Used and abused, fellas. Used and abused. Facts.
Nothing he could do about it. He just couldn't. He couldn't handle it. So
Okay. All right. I don't think that's a good comparison. But whatever, fellas. Whatever.
But I don't know what's been up with his. I mean, start of the season. I mean, he was giving up nothing. Now he's looking like Diggs last year, trying to go for big time plays and just getting cooked. But
Yeah, I think that's his issue. He's trying to make the bigger play and always trying to make the interception when it's just a simple. I mean, the one play that Philly scored on the 4th down, and I think in the first half on the goal line, that was straight Diggs because he was trying to cut off the man in the flat, and Devontae Smith just ran right behind him. Just
Yep.
yeah, he's just. I think he'll tighten it up for the playoffs. So he seems like a big time player. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with them. James.
Oh man, feels good to be good, guys.
Oh my God.
Chargers get the win on Monday Night Football prime time. I mean, Herbert had a decent night. He had a decent night. Defense stepped up. I don't know what's gotten into this defensive unit the past 3 games, and Derwin James only playing a half of football in that. But they've kind of turned it on. I'm not sure what's been going on. I mean, I know Teddy Bruschi said something on ESPN a couple weeks ago and was like, can Brandon Staley coach the depth of the defensive unit? I think he has so far. Clinched playoffs. Hopefully they get this 5 seed. I would rather not play just Joe Burrow and the Bengals first round. That's the team I don't want to play. I'd rather play any other team in the AFC. But that's my Chargers spill. But a couple other things. Man, I kind of want to. This might be a hot take, but I think the Titans and the Raiders are the two most. They're in the top 5 for most disappointing teams this season. This is ridiculous. I mean, I feel so bad for a couple of these guys on the team. I mean, Derrick Henry. I think he's getting held back by the quarterback play. Devontae Adams getting held back by the quarterback play. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw against Pittsburgh, but Devontae Adams, he had like barely any targets. I think he only had 2 catches, 17 yards. That can't happen for an all-pro receiver, and it sucks that Derek Carr is so inconsistent. And same with Ryan Tannehill. But and then one thing I saw was since Nathaniel Hackett, David's favorite person on the planet, got fired. I've been reading stuff saying that some people think that this bad spell of a season for Denver is going to continue on Do y'all agree with that? Do you see Denver not being able to make it out of this slump for years to come?
No, I don't. I think you got Judy, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick at receiver, and that's a really solid receiving core. If Javonte Williams can come back from that ACL healthy, that's a very good running back. Then you got Pat Surtain, and they got two safeties that can't remember their names right now, but they got Pat Surtain. Their secondary is really good. They got some guys. Like I think they got some guys up front. I think if they get the right coach in place, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna be a Super Bowl winning team, but I don't think they're gonna be a 4 or 5 win team like they are right now. Now I think the best case scenario for the Broncos is getting Sean Payton, but they gotta trade for him though. And if they do it this year, they gotta trade for him, and they don't have any draft picks to trade necessarily. So I think that might be out of the question now. So I don't know if it's going to be Dan Quinn or somebody like that, just to name a few, because Dan Quinn's a locker room leader type guy. So maybe Dan Quinn might be the answer in Denver. I don't know.
Yeah, the pieces are there. They got young talent, seasoned offensive line. Great defense. I just think when you got a guy like Russell Wilson in the building, you need a coach who demands respect. And I don't think Nathaniel Hackett did that, which is why you're seeing I don't even know what kind of team they are on the offensive side of the ball, at least. Defense, they're physical, they're nasty. Because their defense really hasn't lost them in a game. They don't get in field goal range. They can't move the ball. Javonte Williams being out really sucked. Can't really establish that running game like they have done in the past as Denver Broncos organization. But having Russell Wilson kind of do whatever he wants and act like a fucking clown sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just a bit ridiculous in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. You got a couple more years with Russ. He's got to turn it on, or this is going to be a disaster, and it's going to be considered the worst trade in NFL history. Because now you're seeing the Seahawks actually somewhat be competitive.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll now is like, oh, well, I'm actually a good coach. It's not just because of Russell Wilson and the Legion of Boom. Which I agree with. I think Pete Carroll did more for Seattle than Russell Wilson did for Seattle. But yeah, Denver's got to get the right guy in the building. It's just it sucks because I would like the AFC West to be competitive, because it was supposed to be a really good division this year. It's not turned out to be a really good division this year at all. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, I guess a couple things I saw. Chiefs, man. Said Mahomes wasn't going to be like that. He's like that. Yeah, I think. They beat the Seahawks by 2 touchdowns. Them boys came in there with their shirts off. Love my guy DK, but you go in there, 6-degree weather, shirts off, try to make a statement, then you lose by 2 touchdowns. Come on now. Jerick McKinnon, baller. Didn't realize.
Southern legend.
Yeah, that run game's very, very underrated. Very underrated, I think, and that's helping Mahomes out so he can make those big time plays. Bengals. I think we're gonna have that AFC matchup in the playoffs. That's my opinion. If it can be shaped out that way, hopefully that's the AFC championship I want to see. Rams. Sorry, Davo. I got a Christmas present. You got a Christmas present too. We won. You got rid of Hackett. So Baker, man, love it. He's balling. Do y'all think that Baker's going to land a contract next year as a starting quarterback?
I could see it. I could see a team that doesn't want to commit or want to draft a QB in this upcoming class taking a chance on him and just like as a bridge quarterback to maybe somebody like Caleb Williams or Drake May or Sam Hartman or somebody who's going to come out in 24. But
Spencer
I mean,
Rattler.
who?
Spencer Rattler.
But I could see a team like, I don't want to say this because I know this is their forte and I know they're probably going to do it, but I can see somebody like the Colts giving him a chance since they don't ever want to draft a quarterback or develop one. I can see them taking a chance on Baker or maybe even the Titans. And maybe they want to move on for Tannehill and they don't think Malik Willis is the answer. He's probably not, but I can see them giving Baker a shot.
I think there's a couple other teams that could give him a shot. The New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons.
I can see it, honestly.
Coach P not gonna like that one.
Coach P's gonna hate it when he watches this.
Yep.
But I mean, you get a guy like that, locker room guy. You know, I mean, look what he's doing with Van Jefferson as his number one receiver, and Tyler Higbee as your tight end. I mean, not much else I can say. He's doing his thing. If we
what
can
about
get
somebody like the Commanders?
Yeah.
I don't think they're fully 100% committed to Heineke. They don't know if they want to do it Wentz.
You got drop Wentz probably next year and draft. Honestly, you got Sam Howell too.
Sure, but I feel like the Commanders are literally just a quarterback away. You got Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. They could probably. They have Antonio Gibson, their running back. Defense is great. Just need a quarterback.
Yeah.
No, I do think the only reason they could remain with Heineke would be because of Ron Rivera. I mean, Ron Rivera absolutely worships the ground Taylor Heineke walks on. I don't think if Taylor Heineke played for any other team, I don't know if he'd get this much ride. I just think it's Ron Rivera with Taylor Heineke. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of like a team and Rivera because I mean when Wentz was starting quarterback, it seemed like nobody wanted to play for the Commanders. We're over here talking about let's get Terry McLaurin, trade talks for McLaurin. You know they were considering it, and then you get Heineke in, everybody's buying back in, and you know they're balling. So kudos to them. Let's talk about the big game next week. Bills, Bengals. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs. I mean, it's gonna be an absolute duel. I'll go to Kelvin first on this. What we thinking, Kelv?
Man, this is gonna be a great game. Could be the preview to the AFC Championship. I mean, I feel like we kind of know who the AFC Championship is going to be. It's going to be a combination of three teams. It's going to be the Chiefs, it's going to be the Bills, or it's going to be the Bengals.
Yep.
Who versus who? Right, and this is a preview. I mean, Cincinnati already beat Kansas City a couple weeks ago now. Test for them. And I think they'll be ready for it. I really believe in this Bengals team, best receiving core in the league. Great running back, Joe Mixon. Their defense has really surprised me and stepped up. And I think that was their only question mark, I would say. Because even going back to last season, during the regular season last year, their defense wasn't their focal point, but then in their playoffs when the offense struggled a little bit, it was defense that picked them up. And it seems like defense is doing that again this year. So it's in Cincy. Monday night, crowd's going to be ready. Give me the Bengals. I'm going to say 31-27.
Yeah,
Brewman.
I'm gonna ride with Kelvin on this one. I'm gonna say the Bengals are gonna win it. And I think the X factor in this game is gonna be Joe Mixon. I think the Bengals are gonna have the better rushing attack with Joe Mixon. Obviously Joe Burrow and Josh Allen are great. Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, they're great. I think Joe Mixon's gonna be the X factor for the Bengals this week. and I hate to say this, I'm gonna give a shout out to a Clemson guy here, man. DJ Reader from the Bengals, man. The guy has been balling, man, and I think he's gonna stop that stuff up that middle. I don't know how well the Bills are gonna be able to run the ball. Another X factor, this might make or break the game, is Eli frickin' Apple. If he can hold up, if he can just hold his water a little bit against Stephon Diggs, Bengals are going to win. If he can't, it's going to be a long night for the Bengals.
What do you think that number is for Diggs? What can't he have over?
I mean, Diggs is going to get his.
Yeah.
I think if you can keep him under 125,
oof.
Yeah. I mean, Gabe Davis, he's either going to get 150 and 2 scores, or he's going to get 22 yards and 2 catches. And he's no in between with Gabe Davis. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Diggs is going to get his. You just got to limit the other guys if you're the Bengals, I think. So give me the Bengals 38-34 in this one.
James.
I think I'm going to go Bengals here, guys. Josh Allen has been really inconsistent the last couple of weeks, and I don't think that's a good sign when you're about to head into the playoffs. You know, I mean, this is a huge test to see where the Bills are at right now. And I don't think it's looking good for them. I mean, you're getting wins, yeah, in the regular season, though. Teams are going to capitalize on inconsistencies in the playoffs. Yeah. And the Bengals are a smart team. I don't know, whenever they played the Buccaneers, Brady, had all those turnovers, and Cincinnati just capitalized. They got back into the game, won the game by a lot. Cincinnati's defense is kind of underrated.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really talked a lot about. Their secondary is pretty good. They don't have names, but they play hard. I mean, you know what this defense is going to give you, I think. They're not going to let up a lot of points. They're going to give you a chance to outduel this high-powered offense that Buffalo has. Yeah, I think X factor for this game is Josh Allen. Josh Allen can easily be the better quarterback in this matchup, and they'll win if he is. If he's a better quarterback on Monday night, the Bills are going to win, I think. But, yeah, I just like the Bengals. I think the Bengals are a more complete team. Let me go. I think it's going to be low scoring, guys. I think I'm going to go 23-17.
Interesting.
Bills are going to come in Cincinnati and punch some boys in the mouth first half. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Bengals in the first half. I mean, they've had a couple good first halves this year. But they're definitely a second half team. So I think Josh Allen and the boys are going to come out, punch them in the mouth. And then second half, that's where a real ball game starts. I think if the Bengals are able to run the ball and kind of get that ready, they'll win the game. But if not, it's going to be kind of tough. But I'm going to go against y'all. I think Bills punch them in the mouth first half. Bengals make it back. Josh Allen goes down the field under 2 minutes. They win the ball game by a field goal. Don't know the final score yet, but yeah, give me the Bills. However, I do have a question to ask. If you were a lower level AFC playoff team, who would you rather play? Burrow, Allen, or Mahomes? First round playoffs.
Allen. I'm going Allen.
I think I'm gonna go Allen too. I mean, I wouldn't want to play any of them, but if I had to choose one, I think I'd go Allen.
Are we basing this off of this year?
Whatever you want to base it off of.
Well, if I'm basing it off of this year, I'm going Josh Allen.
I'm gonna go Allen as well, but not based off of this year, but just because of how history is with the Buffalo Bills.
Valid.
The curse is
think who is the best quarterback out of those three? All right, let me put it like this. Would Burrow be as good as he is if he did not have the best receiver core in the league?
Yes.
I mean, he is that guy.
If
Yeah.
you put him on Kansas City, where it's just Travis Kelce and everybody else, or if you put him in New England, where it's Jacoby Myers, is Burrow going to be dealing like that?
Yeah.
Fair question.
Yeah. I think he is going to deal like that. I don't know if they make it to the Super Bowl like that with a team like that, but he will be dealing.
Yeah, I mean, those throws, like, obviously they got to get open, but those throws he makes are dots. Like, he puts it where he's got to put it, you know? So I think he's fine. Yeah, I agree.
He's clutch. He's been clutch.
I look at it like, when has Joe Burrow ever played with a bad receiving core?
Got a point.
I mean, he hasn't.
He's been a lucky guy.
Yeah, just asking.
There's just, I mean, Clemson was up on them big in the national championship. I remember watching this game downtown, and we're up big. I'm like, this is it. T-Law's gonna get another national championship before he goes. Hell nah. He came out with some vengeance, and he tore us up like it was nothing.
AJ Terrell has nightmares about that game, man.
Terrell had nightmares. Dabo had nightmares. Brent Venables, for one of the first few times, got made a fool because of him. There's nothing he could do.
Was it Chase or Jefferson that was cooking Terrell?
Jefferson.
It was that was Chase.
It was Chase. Jefferson was cooking DK.
Yeah.
Thad Moss had a good game too.
Yeah. Hey, where is he still for the Commanders?
Oh.
I'm gonna Google it, man. I'm curious.
Their whole team just had a great game for it. Just we were up. I think we put like 20 on them in the first. Like we were up big, and then they just that was wraps.
He's Thad Moss is a free agent.
Probably won't make it. Thanks for that. Yeah, but
Win some, you lose some.
let's move over to college football world, fellas. Got some big time games. New Year's Six bowls coming up, so we're gonna give you all our picks, maybe a little insider info, a little insight on what we think is gonna happen. So I got the games up right here. We're gonna go with the first one. Capital One Orange Bowl down there in Miami. Number 6 Tennessee versus number 7 Clemson. I'll start off with you, James.
Oh man, Battle Orange.
It's Shane Beamer Bowl, man.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to be a cordial member of media for this.
My fault.
You know what? Give me Clemson. Tennessee's got to figure something out on offense. No Hyatt, no Hendon Hooker. You got people transferring out. A lot of people transferred out. I don't know if Tennessee can. I don't know if Heupel is equipped to deal with this for a top 10 defense in the country. I mean, Dabo's pissed off. I mean, he's pissed off. He's going to go in this game. He's going to want to shock the world. He's going to get that defense fired up, and they're going to shut down Tennessee. But I think the offense for Clemson, a little stagnant starting out, but I think they pull out the win. Score prediction, I'm going to go Clemson 21, Tennessee 10.
Brewman, go ahead.
Yeah, I hate this, fellas. I absolutely hate it. Feeling kind of nauseous. So I'm going to say this. Give me the Clemson Tigers.
Oof.
I think freaking no, nobody's clipping that crap. Joe Milton, he has an absolute bazooka attached to his body, man, but he has absolutely no freaking clue where that ball's going. I mean, James and I saw him throw it into the shrubs off of his back foot from 60 yards away. I mean, he's got a cannon, like he has no idea where it's going. Like you said, Jalen Hyatt's out, Cedric Tillman's out. I don't know who the heck he's going to throw the ball to. I think Clemson's got Klubnik playing, the receivers are playing. I mean, Will Shipley's playing. I think Clemson's going to be too much because of the opt-outs for Tennessee. So give me Clemson 27-17.
Kelvin.
Yeah, I agree with what James said. Dabo's going to come in there pissed off. And even though Clemson isn't the underdog in this game, they're the favorite, Dabo's treating this like he's an underdog in this game. He knows what happened in the last game or the game before that was an embarrassment. And beating North Carolina doesn't cover up that embarrassment. It's still there. That's the one stink on the record right there. So I think Clemson's going to come in there pissed off. I mean, they're going to have an excellent game plan. Like I said, I don't believe in this Tennessee defense at all. It's not good. Hasn't been good the whole season. And like you guys said, with Tillman out, Hyatt being out, and Joe Milton, I saw he threw an orange 100 yards.
Yeah,
He didn't know where it was going. And that's the same thing he's going to do with the football. I think Clemson's secondary is too good. Shout out Nick Wiggins, Westlake product. But yeah, give me Clemson. Give me Clemson 34-20.
Yeah, we're going to go in there and handle business. Simple as that, fellas. Maybe if Nico was playing for Tennessee at quarterback, I would be a little worried because dude's a stud. They have Byron Young playing. He didn't opt out, but other than that, everybody else is opting out and leaving for them. For us, we have one opt out, Miles Murphy. He's a top 10 pick, so I ain't mad about it. Trenton Simpson was not going to opt out, but he's hurt. He's unfortunately not going to be able to play, so that hurts. But we still got Trotter and Carter out there. Them boys are dogs. Then Kate Klubnik, finally got a dual threat quarterback out there. I think we'll be able to run the system that DJ was running a lot better. We saw it kind of against a weak UNC defense, so let's see if we can do it against another mediocre defense. Shout out Cade, though, Westlake product. The real Westlake.
The real Westlake, man.
Yeah, so let's go to the next game. On New Year's Eve, the Sugar Bowl, number 5 Alabama versus 9 Kansas State at 12 p.m. on ESPN. I don't even know why Alabama. I don't know why Alabama's playing Kansas State. I don't know. Just more. I wish we were playing Bama, but we're not. We're playing Tennessee in the shame game, so it don't matter. Yeah, give me Bryce Young's gonna go in there and do his thing. I don't know if Kansas State's gonna be able to handle that. So yeah, give me Bama by 3 scores. James?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Kansas State. You go from playing Max Duggan, to now playing the 2 best players in the country. On both sides of the ball. I mean, those two they're not just gonna be laid back. They're gonna play as hard as they can. This is their last game under Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide. This game's in New Orleans, right? Yeah, that dome's gonna explode because that's what Alabama's gonna destroy this team. They're gonna be pissed off going to this game. They got disrespected pretty much the whole year. Saban's gonna get them fired up. Bryce Young is literally going to take the top off the building. I think he's gonna have a career day against Kansas State. Gonna go out with a bang, get some sugar while we're at it. I'm gonna go 34-17 Bama.
Brewman.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think the Tides, there's going to be too much. I think Kansas State's going to play. I mean, obviously they're going to play really freaking hard. It would not surprise me if Kansas State got a turnover on the first Alabama's first drive of the game, and then that's going to piss off Alabama, and this is going to go snowball from there. So Alabama, like I said, there's going to be way too much for Kansas State. I think it's going to be like 42 to. Give 42-24 Alabama.
Kill.
I think this game is going to be a lot closer than what you guys are saying. I mean, we hear the name Alabama and we're like, oh man, we're just going to blow out whoever's in front of them. But this isn't the same Alabama team that's before. This is the same Alabama team we see struggle with 5-7 A&M or other average SEC teams. Or this team. This is the same Alabama team that beat Texas 20-19. I mean, and they're an average Big 12 team. So I think Bama will win. The key is for Bama to win is stopping Kansas State's running game. I mean, Deuce Vaughn is one of the best running backs in the country. And if you notice in all of Alabama's games this year that were either close or that they lost, it's because teams were able to run the ball on them. So if they can't stop Deuce Vaughn and if Deuce Vaughn has over like 150 yards, Kansas State may win this game. I mean, let's be real. I mean, Alabama offense is great. You have Gibbs and things like that, but their receivers are I mean, this Kansas State defense was able to hold TCU's receivers to under their season average. So but I'm still going to take Bama just because it's Bama, but give me Bama 31-28. I think they hit a walk-off field goal to win the game. I think it's a close game though. That's what I expect on Kansas State.
I think there might be some bias in your pick there. I think some red and black might be showing because Nick Saban losing 3 games in a season.
Yeah.
I think the last time he did that, I didn't even have a freaking phone.
Couldn't text the honeys with it.
Yeah. And my first phone was a flip phone.
Hey man, I just don't believe in this Alabama team, man. I think Kansas State's a good team.
You ain't got to believe in the team. But Nick Saban.
Well, I mean, what has Nick Saban done this year to make me be like, oh man, Nick Saban? Because they beat 8-4 Texas. That's their best win of the season.
He can't help that those receivers drop balls.
I mean,
all he can do is just make them run gassers.
I don't know, man. I'm not falling to the Alabama trap this year. It may be a little biased, but
I think it is.
Kelvin being biased, fellas, this never happened before. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not biased. Just talking about guys.
Yeah. All I'm saying is if Georgia played Bama in the SEC championship.
Okay. All right.
Oh, if Georgia played Bama in the SEC championship, Georgia would have won 50-24.
Yeah.
Anyways, next bowl game. Here we go. Next bowl game. Here we go.
That's a bit ridiculous.
Next bowl game. Here we go.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, Cotton Bowl, Goodyear Cotton Bowl, Monday, January 2nd, 1 p.m. in Arlington, Texas, AT&T Stadium. We got number 16 Tulane playing Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams in the real USC Trojans. James, your boy Caleb, what's he doing?
Are you seriously asking me that?
I'm asking.
I mean, Tulane's a good team, right?
I don't know.
They're a good team, right, guys? I mean, I think they got a really good quarterback, right? Tulane. I mean, they said he was going to transfer, did not end up transferring, so he's going to play in this game. But yeah, it's just Caleb Williams this is his year, guys. He's going to go out, get a Cotton Bowl victory. I don't want to put a score prediction on it because honestly, I think USC's defense is so terrible. This game might actually be close. Might actually be close. So I do like the Trojans though, just because of the Caleb Williams piece. But he's got no Jordan Addison. That might hurt him a little bit. Jordan Addison, that I don't know if y'all read about that. That was just a weird situation at the end of the year. He's just, or his whole season was weird. You get paid before you get in the portal to go to USC, and then you have a decent year at USC. You get hurt. Now you're not playing in the Cotton Bowl. You opt out. Yeah, but I like Caleb Williams and the Trojans in this one. I'm not getting a score prediction though because it's going to be close.
Kelvin.
The key to this game is Tulane's O-line versus USC's defensive line. If Tulane can run the ball, I don't think USC will be able to stop them because their defense is so weak. They can't tackle. They look like they were allergic to tackling against Utah. And Tulane's running back, Tajay Spears, I mean, dude has basically 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns this year. Ridiculous. So, and that's the key to the game. So if USC can tackle and stop Tulane, they'll win this game pretty easily because Tulane's not throwing the ball on you. I know firsthand because Willie Fritz, coach Tulane, he's coach at Georgia Southern. We just didn't pay him enough. So he's going to try to run the ball down your throat. So, but I think USC's offense would just be a little too much. Caleb Williams, the Heisman winner, but I think it'll be really close. I'm going to go high scoring. Give me 45. Give me 47-40 USC.
Okay. Brewman?
Yeah. I just think I don't think Tulane's will be able to stop USC with or without Jordan Addison. I'm with Kelvin. If USC can at least slow them down, and they don't have to stop them, just slow them down. Like I said, I don't think Tulane's stopping USC. I think it's also going to be a pretty high scoring game. I think it's going to be USC. I'm going to give me USC 45, Tulane 34. That's what I got. Don't really know too much about Tulane, if I'm being honest, but, I don't think they're going to be able to stop USC.
Now,
SEC.
This is the same Tulane team that beat Kansas State 17-10.
This year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember that. All right.
Third week of the season. It is. I'm just saying.
And Alabama beat Texas.
Tulane walked into Kansas State's trap and took it over. So,
Caleb Williams loses this game. Ship the Heisman over down there in Athens, Georgia to the mailman.
Oh my God. I'm not even going to argue about that.
I mean, this is a game that you cannot lose. That is a bad look on Lincoln Riley if you lose this game. They cannot afford to lose this game. They're already down in the portal, or not the portal, recruiting rankings. Looked the other day. Oklahoma's got a better recruiting class than him coming in, which is actually very surprising. And I think the Gamecocks do too.
They do.
Yeah, they're 15th, which is crazy to think about the money they dish out. But yeah, Southern Cal cannot afford to lose this game. So I do think it will be close. I think they win by 7 or 10 points. Let's say 48-40. Weird score, but
yeah. Spread's only 2.5. USC's only favored about 2.5, which is should give you a little indication on the game.
Yeah. Dude, these bowl games kind of suck. Like they're not matchups that I really want to see.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though to see how Lincoln Riley is building his program, because I read something that was like you were just talking about the recruiting rankings and how Oklahoma's in front of them, that Lincoln Riley, it seems, only cares about the star positions, and like other than that, doesn't really matter. So he's gonna go out and get the big time quarterback or the big time receiver or the big time running back. But what about the O line? What about the D line? What about your outside linebacker?
Defense.
And that's where Oklahoma fans were saying about Lincoln Riley, that he left everything so bare for Brent Venables to work with. I mean, of course, you take Caleb Williams and all the transfers that he lost at Oklahoma, and then he's just left with the average team because Lincoln Riley didn't recruit the O lineman or the D lineman or the DBs or anything like that, positions that you need to win the game besides the quarterback and the receiver.
Yeah.
So then that's why you look at Oklahoma and don't they have a top 5 class, or I think they're number 6 or something like that. Venables is killing it.
They were like 4 for a while there.
Yeah, and
Brent, man.
You look at his class. It's not just we got the number 1 quarterback and the top 2 receivers, and everybody else is out of the top 100 or top 250. It's we have guys everywhere that's ranked highly at that position. So yeah, I think I may change my score, man. I'm really feeling Tulane right now.
Pump fake.
Pump fake. I just pump fake
like
so
crazy right now.
hard. I just pump fake so hard. Just me thinking about it, and like James said, Jordan Addison's not going to be there. His favorite target.
Travis Dieback?
No, I don't think so. Give me the green wave, man.
Oh, here we go.
Give me the green wave. I don't have a score, but I want them to win. Shout out to Willie Fritz. Shout out to the G5, man.
Yeah.
If they could take down a power like USC in New Year's 6, that would be huge. Give me the green wave.
I forgot you and Fritz were boys.
Yeah, that's my boy. Like I said, we didn't muster up enough money to pay him, so he dipped out on us.
Yeah. But man, Brent. Way to go, Brent. Need you back. Anyways, Rose Bowl. Also on January 2nd, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a good game, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11, Penn State versus number 8, Utah. One of my least favorite teams.
What did Utah do to you?
It has nothing to do with Utah itself. It's just all the media guys just kind of just give them so much hype every year, and then they get blown out by Florida and all this and that. So
they didn't get blown out by Florida.
They won a last-second field goal.
I'm just saying you shouldn't lose to Florida if you.
No, you shouldn't. I agree.
Yeah, this year.
But
anyways.
Don't get me started. God.
Oh, man.
I ain't getting you started.
Gainesville right now.
I kind of forgot about that game.
Yeah, I'm trying to forget about it. Me and James both, man.
Yeah. Anyways, give me the Nittany Lions. Clifford's last game. It's going to be time for Drew Allard to step into that role, and he's going to ball for sure. Kid's 5-star. Maybe he might see the field depending on how Clifford plays. It's going to be a close one. I think low scoring. Give me 21-17 Nittany Lions. James?
You know what, guys? I really don't care about this game.
Yeah.
There's nothing like stands out about this game. Like, whoa, Utah, Penn State playing? Might watch it. Nope, I'm not watching. I got better things to do on January 2nd. But
I know what it is. You know what it is, John?
Oh yeah, Snowfest.
Give me Utah. Give me Utah. I think they play pretty good in big games. Just give me Utah. I guess.
I like it.
No analysis, no nothing. So,
Kelvin.
Give me Utah big. John, I know you just call Utah frauds. Penn State's the biggest fraud.
They are kind of fraud, but their defense is pretty solid.
Yeah, because they're playing the Big Ten, and every single offense besides Ohio State and Michigan is bad.
Michigan put 50 on them.
That's crazy.
I mean, who else in the Big Ten has a good offense besides Ohio State and Michigan?
Minnesota.
Oh,
Who?
give me a chance.
Minnesota.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Give
Nebraska,
me
Marcus Satterfield.
Penn State and James Franklin. They're the biggest pretenders year in and year out. It's always hype. And then they go against the big dogs of the Big Ten, aka Ohio State and Michigan, and they get the shit beat out of them. But then they only lose those two games because they're better than everybody else in the Big Ten, and they're back in the New Year's Six like every year. But Utah's looking for revenge for last year's game because they thought they should beat Ohio State in a classic of a game. I mean, Cam Rising's a dog. Dalton Kincaid is a dog. I don't think Penn State has the guys to stop those guys. So give me Utah. Give me Utah 35-13.
Yep. I'll tell you this, fellas. The second best cornerback behind Cam Smith in all of college football, Joey Porter Jr., is opting out of this bowl game for Penn State. I think that's a big loss for Penn State's defense. So I think Cam Rising and the Utah offense is going to be a little too much there. Give me Utah in this one. Without Joey Porter Jr., who's behind Cam Smith, he's pretty dang the best corner in football. Besides that, give me Utah. Give me Utah 28-21.
Pretty hot take you had there.
Yeah, did I really mean it? I don't
was-
know. I was just trying to make Kelvin mad. So
That was really hot. That was really hot.
That was a casual thing to say.
Casual.
I don't even know who Joey Porter is.
look him up. Look him up. Joey Porter's actually disgusting.
You want me to look up Joey Porter highlights?
Look up
And
Joey
Joey
Porter
Porter
highlights.
Junior highlights.
Watch him
'cause
pick
you look up
off.
his dad's highlights.
Watch him pick off Illinois quarterback, intercept. Like that's. I'm sorry, never mind.
He's good, man. I swear he's
not
good.
Not gonna get into it.
All right. Anyways, now we're getting to the playoffs, fellas. Fiesta Bowl. Michigan. TCU. I think Michigan's going to win. I think it will be a closer game than expected, though. Duggan is going to do his thing. He's going to, them boys are going to battle. But yeah, give me Michigan 38-35. James, or we'll go Brewman.
Yeah, I like Michigan this one as well. I do think it might hurt a little bit that Blake Corum's not playing, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Other running back from Michigan, I can't remember his name right now, is still really freaking good. I don't think TCU. Yeah. I don't think TCU is going to have enough. Like I said, TCU, they about play harder than anybody in the country, and they play extremely hard for Sonny Dykes. I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think it will be relatively close. I think it's going to be Michigan 31, TCU 24.
James.
This game's going to come down to whoever has the ball last, guys. I think we're kind of sleeping on the fact that Michigan's secondary has been a kind of a question mark. I mean, even though C.J. Stroud didn't have that good of a game, he's threw for a lot of passing yards. I think he was like near 400. I think he's like 365, something like that. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And now you're going up against a top 5 quarterback and a top 5 wide receiver and a top 5 offense. I think people are kind of overriding that fact. They're not really thinking about it. But yeah, whoever's got the ball last is going to win this game, which I think it's going to be Michigan with the ball last because I think they're going to try to play it slow, try to run heavy a lot so TCU can't get the ball. And the time of possession is going to be insane. I don't think Michigan's going to get away with the big plays they got away with against Ohio State, but I do like Michigan in this game. Last second drive.
Kel.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be real close. I think the thing about TCU is that they can play any type of game. If they need to play a run the ball, low scoring game, they can do it. If they need to score if they need to play in a high scoring game, they can do it. And I think people forget that, that you look at the score to the Michigan Ohio State game and you're like, man, Michigan really killed them. It wasn't as bad as you really think it was. I mean, Michigan had, I think it was about 4 or 5 big plays that just let the floodgates open. But until third or fourth quarter, I mean, this is a really close game. So I'm still gonna go with Michigan, but like James said, I think it's gonna come down to the last possession. I think it's gonna be a really low scoring game. Give me Michigan 17-14, last second field goal over TCU.
Then the big one. Ohio State versus the Georgia Bulldogs. I'll let Kelvin start. That's a squad. What we thinking?
Well, this game just all depends on number 13, the middleman. If he can go out there and play his game, he doesn't need to play hero ball, doesn't need to try and force anything. Georgia should win pretty handily, to be honest. But if he goes out there, he's like, let me try and show people that maybe I should have won a Heisman, or I can pass the ball, or I deserve to be up there. That's where Georgia can get in trouble. I think Georgia pretty much owns Ohio State, maybe in every position, probably except quarterback and receiver. Other than that, though, Georgia should dominate. I mean, Ohio State's linebackers struggle with receivers, where their passing defense struggles with receivers. Their passing defense against running backs and tight ends, I think it's top 5 in the nation. Against receivers is number 109.
Interesting.
So that means guys like Ladd McConkey, A.D. Mitchell, Kyrus Jackson are going to need to step up this game, because everybody knows the game plan for Georgia. Get the ball to number 19, right?
Yep.
And when number 19 isn't there, all right, give it to number 0. Number 0 isn't there, all right, give it to Kenny McIntosh. All right. So if that's Ohio State's game plan, we know we're going to, our top 3 leading receivers besides Ladd are running backs and tight ends. So if that's where, like I said, I think that's where Ladd and A.D. Mitchell are going to have to step up big time. I mean, this will be A.D. Mitchell's basically first game back since like the Kent State game, I think. Really first game back. So he's missed most of the season. And the key matchup also is going to be Marvin Harrison versus Kelee Ringo. Kelee Ringo, I won't say got exposed last game, but he did not have a good game. LSU receivers made him look silly. And the thing about, I know people like to point to the Tennessee game on like, oh, Georgia just plays physical, blah, blah, blah. They'll beat them down. Ohio State's offense is much different than Tennessee's. Tennessee is all tempo. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ohio State's they like to use a lot of motion and things like that to confuse your defense. And that's where Kelee Ringo and freshman Malachi Starks are going to have a good game, because I know Ryan Day and Ohio State are going to give them some eye candy to look at. And he's a freshman. He's going to make mistakes. And he's going to take that bait, and then that's going to be a big play for Ohio State. So those two guys, I honestly think those are the 2 most important guys on the field for Saturday night, is Kelee Ringo and Malachi Starks. But at the end of the day, I think the dogs would be too much. Give me Georgia. I just don't think Ohio State's defense will be able to stop Georgia's offense. Give me Georgia 37-24.
Brewman.
Yeah, this is one of those games, like, as a fan of football, that I'm just like genuinely excited to watch. Like, I think it's 2 really freaking good teams going at it. I do think Georgia's the better team. But I mean, I'm excited to watch it. I think it's going to be awesome watching Keely Ringo and Marvin Harrison go at it. I mean, I hope Keely Ringo shadows him. I just want to see what he can do with them. Marvin Harrison might be the best receiver in all of college football right now. So I'm excited to see that matchup. Like Kelvin said, I think Ohio State does have the better quarterback. But if Stetson doesn't try to do too much, just get the ball in his playmaker's hands, doesn't try to make those hero throws, I don't think Ohio State's going to have anybody that can really match up with Georgia's playmakers. I mean, freaking Brock Bowers, Washington, McConkey, all those guys. I don't think Ohio State's going to have that much to match up with them. I do think it's going to be a really good game. I think C.J. Stroud does have the potential to kind of cement himself as definitely a top 2 quarterback in this year's draft, maybe the best quarterback if he has a great game. So that's going to be interesting to see. Sorry, got a text message. But I think Georgia is going to be too much. I think it's going to be a really good game. It would make me extremely happy to see Ohio State just make Will Muschamp's head spin on the sidelines. But that's neither here nor there. I do think Georgia's going to be too much. Give me Georgia 31-28.
Close one.
Close one.
James.
All right. Guys, CJ Stroud in big games is kind of questionable. As we've seen, he's never made it to a Big Ten championship. Loses to Michigan. Has these like weird off games, right? I think that trend continues against Georgia. Stetson Bennett, on the other hand, in big games or like games that have some sort of hype, he just turns into Johnny Manziel for some unknown reason. I know like South Carolina, freaking Tennessee, LSU, he was the man, and those games had some hype going into them. Georgia's going to be really physical with this Ohio State team, which I don't think they've played a real physical team this whole year. Jalen Carter's really going to dominate this interior offensive line. I think they stand no chance in stopping him doing what he wants to do. Is Nolan Smith playing?
Oh, no, he's out. He's out.
Boy. That doesn't really matter. Georgia really lives by this next man up mentality. Really, they coach their depth really well, in my opinion.
Let me give you a little nugget on that too, James. So what I've seen and heard about CJ Stroud this year, CJ Stroud does not like to run the ball at all. Like, I mean, and he's not a small guy. Like, he's like 6'2", at least 215, 220. He's got some muscle on him, but he does not like to run the ball. He likes to sit in the pocket, and that's where Jalen Carter is gonna feast at. Like, Nolan Smith is, of course, our leading pass rusher, but if he's just gonna sit in the pocket all day and not move in the pocket, that's Jalen Carter all day, So I think CJ Stroud is gonna have to get out of his comfort zone. You're not gonna sit back in the pocket and just dot Georgia up all game. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to use your feet. I mean, look at all the quarterbacks Georgia lost to. Besides, Joe Burrow is probably the least athletic one. Jalen Hurts, Tua,
Athletic.
Bryce Young. Trying to think, Sam Ehlinger. All these guys can run the ball, aren't afraid to run the ball. And it seems like CJ and Joe Burrow's not even afraid to run the ball. Joe Burrow take a hit. CJ Stroud does not want to take a hit. So he's gonna have to. Something's gonna have to change on Saturday, because if he's not gonna sit back in the pocket and dot Georgia up all game and expect to win.
Yeah, I like Georgia. It's just, I don't know. They bring something in these playoffs every time they're in it. Every single time they will impose their will on a team's offense. They really don't care. I think Ohio State's got to get the ball outside quickly and test the secondary. That's the only way they're gonna win. But I like Georgia by 2 scores.
Yeah, Kelvin, I was actually going to bring it up. I mean, this is a defense that's going to make you get out of the pocket. You have got to be able to make those reads and be able to run, whether that be a design QB run or you getting out of the pocket to get out of a situation. And he doesn't do that.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what the reasoning is because it's not like he's slow. When he does run, he's fast as crap. And he's very athletic. Going against a team like Georgia, you got to be a mobile quarterback.
How many rushing yards do you think CJ Stroud has this season?
Under 200.
74
Yeah.
on 35 attempts.
Yeah. I mean, Trevor Lawrence.
And along with that was on 44 came from one run.
Yeah.
So 30 yards on 34 attempts.
Yeah. Like, Trevor Lawrence had like 500 yards rushing a season.
Mm-hmm.
He's not very fast. He sure did run.
500?
He was like Drake May. Drake May had 500 yards rushing this
Trevor
season.
Lawrence did not have 500 rushing yards in a season. There's no freaking way.
Let's fact check that.
Let's fact check this. There's no way at 500 yards.
I kind of believe it.
Give me 250, 300. I mean, he was a good runner. I agree he was a good runner. He didn't have 500 yards in the season.
Drake May had 500 this year.
Oh, nope. Ryan did 2019. 563 yards.
Well, I stand corrected, fellas. My fault. John, you're right. I was wrong.
Non-touchdowns.
That's on me. God dang it. I hate being wrong. Or right. Wait. Sorry.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, I would just love to be in that locker room pregame and listen to the Kirby Smart speech that he's about to give. It's probably going to be a speech of a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Day, he's not Kirby Smart. I mean, Kirby gets them boys riled up. He gets them ready to play, and I think it will be a close game just because of both offensive firepower that both of these teams have. So yeah, give me Georgia 42-31. All right. Draft time.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Doing a football draft. We're drafting one quarterback, one running back, two wide receivers, tight end, offensive line, and a defense. The order is going to go Kelvin, James, me, and then Brewer. We're going to snake it as well, like we've done in the past. So, Kelvin, going quarterback first.
Yeah, I feel like this is the obvious pick. Give me Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
James.
You know what? Jay Jettis, wide receiver.
Good pick.
Joe Burrow, quarterback.
This is ridiculous.
You got Ryan.
Oh my god.
You got Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill. You got some good guys.
Derrick Henry. You got all kinds of people.
I know I got guys, man. Gotta have a QB. Give me Josh Allen.
Okay. All right. Your turn.
Yep. Give me Tyreek Hill at wide receiver.
Here we go.
I don't know what's so funny about that.
Just based off the season alone, give me Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you
Herbert.
Diggs. You know what? Give me the University of Oregon product. He was a vice president at his high school, Justin Herbert, who's also he can speak Spanish. So,
All right.
Okay, man.
Give me. I would take Jamar Chase at receiver. And y'all want to take another? Are we doing one running back or two running backs?
One.
One.
let's do two, man.
Fuck it.
to a spawn. I'll wait on that running back then. Maybe not. Give me Devontae Adams.
Oh man.
I got a system I got going on.
I like this guy. He has his own podcast with his brother who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's on the Kansas City Chiefs. He plays the position of tight end. Let me get Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get Christian McCaffrey.
Crap. I'm sick of this. Well, give me Derrick Henry with the running back pick here.
Mhm.
And then, you know what, fellas, I'm really starting to draw a blank. This about to piss some people off. Give me Deebo Samuel.
Oh Lord.
I said it. Give me Deebs.
I know you did. That's the problem. Shoot. Who am I gonna get? For wide receiver, let me get DK Metcalf. Need deep ball threat.
Nice.
James.
James.
All right. So I got Herbo, I got Jefferson, I got Kelce. I think I can hold off on running back for now. So I'm gonna go with wide receiver guys. Give me CD Lamb. My guy, CD Lamb.
Good pick. CD Lamb. All right. I need a tight end here. So I think this guy's the second best tight end in the league. Whenever the ball is getting to him, give me George Kittle. And then at running back, I am going to take Saquon Barkley.
All right. Shoot. You know what? Give me Nick Chubb.
Got it.
Okay. Well then. That runs into a little bit of a problem for me. You know what? Give me Tony Pollard.
Wow. Wow.
Need a runner. Need a runner. And he's a runner.
Yeah, he's a runner.
There's some other runners out there too.
Yep.
Not that many.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here we go. Give me Mark Andrews, the tight end here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come right back. And you know who I'm gonna go with here is crap. Give me Cooper Kupp.
You already got two receivers, right?
I thought we were doing 3 receivers.
2.
2. All right. Back to the drawing boards.
So you need another running back.
Yep. And a defense.
You need an O-line and a defense.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with running back.
Okay.
I got to think here.
Great. Hey, Devo.
Give me Alvin.
Hey guys.
Kamara.
Give me Kamara. What up, man?
How's everybody doing?
What up, man?
Doing good,
Doing
Dave.
great.
Just in time for the gas station food picks.
For tight end. You know what? This is going to be a controversial pick, but I don't care. He's honestly might be the best pass catching tight end there is when he gets the ball. Give me Kyle Pitts.
Ooh, Coach P love that pick.
Oh man. Y'all really left me a Swiss Army knife, man. If he could throw the ball, he probably could. Let me get my RB2, Austin Eckler.
That was gonna be my pick, James. Golly.
He's so
Great
gross.
Great pick. Because I'm building a specific team around here, and I think, okay. Well, first pick, I'm gonna go with the best offensive line in football. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles O line.
Crap.
And then at running back, give me. I'm going to take the this year's leading rusher. Give me Josh Jacobs.
Good pick.
You know what? I'm gonna go offensive line here. Give me Detroit's offensive line.
I like that. John.
Even though they let up 51 points Sunday, Broncos defense.
All right, give me the Chiefs offensive line.
Good.
And give me, they gave up 40, give me the Eagles defense.
Respect. John, you just need the O-line.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna go Buffalo Bills O-line. Severely underrated.
All right. I'm surprised this defense is still on the board. Let me get the 49ers defense.
Ah. All right. With the final pick of the Hot Takes and Pump Fakes NFL Draft, Kelvin's team selects at defense. Give me the ooh, this is tough. Give me the Washington Commanders defense.
I like that.
Yep.
All right, guys. We also have another draft for you. Gas station snacks.
Do
Fellas,
we
you
want to do the
can't
same order here?
Same order's fine.
Where's David going?
I think in the original one.
David was ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So,
fourth, David.
I'm thinking you have to include a drink in this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta
all
have-
right. Yeah, let's get some ground rules. So should we do like one chocolate, one whatever, one drink?
Salty, sweet, and drink.
Salty, sweet, and drink.
Yeah.
So maybe like chips, candy, drink.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what if we want something like a honey bun or like
That's
That's,
sweet.
yeah, it's just sweet.
Mhm.
It's sweet?
all right, cool. I'm just clarifying.
Come on, Kel.
All right. Well, with my first pick, give me the honey
God.
bun.
You know what?
Kel, I'm freaking sick of you, Kel.
That's a good pick. That's a good
It is a
pick.
great pick. I was gonna be on
Mhm.
pick.
Shoot. This might be controversial. I probably could get it in a later round. But I gotta take it because I'm not sure if it's gonna be there. Give me the 99-cent Arizona green tea.
Mm.
Whoa, what do you mean thumbs down?
That stuff is booty cheeks, man.
What?
Brian?
It's not good.
I could tell
Not
you
good.
never lived life.
Fantastic.
Holy smokes.
He just called
All right.
Arizona. Oh my lord.
My first pick. I'm gonna go sweet here. Give me a nice oatmeal, a double-decker oatmeal cream pie.
Ooh, nice.
Man, good pick.
The Nick Saban special.
Yep, you know it.
It's on me now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going with the drink here. I'm going with the Minute Maid fruit punch.
Ooh,
Nice. The one in the bottle is superior.
Yes.
All right, fellas, give me a Coke Icy
Okay.
or Coke slushy, whatever you want to call it. Give me that.
That's underrated.
Give me that first round pick. And you know what, fellas? I'm gonna spin around here. I'm gonna spin around. Honeybone's gonna be my pick, if I'm not gonna lie. Give me a rotisserie glizzy. Give me a rotisserie glizzy. That's his pick,
Holy
man.
smokes.
It's
Yeah.
risky.
God.
Fellas, I'm not gonna lie. It's risky. It's high risk, high reward. You could either get a freaking hockey puck for a glizzy, or you can get a really good glizzy. It's high risk, high reward, but sometimes those things can slap. So give me a rotisserie glizzy with this one.
Okay. I respect it. I like you going out your comfort zone and making that pick.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Davo.
Do I go sweet or do I go salty here?
Wait.
Rotisserie glizzy would be salty if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I'm trying to decide what I want to go with here, sweet or salty.
I think we just messed it up.
What?
What do you mean?
Davo was supposed to get 2 picks, then go to Ryan, then to me.
No,
No,
Ryan was last.
I was last.
Oh shit! I'm tripping.
Shoot.
Dave, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna go. Man, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go salty. I'm gonna go with the Pringles cheddar.
Okay.
I like that.
That wasn't on my board, but good pick.
All right, John.
Give me not the small size, but medium size Lay's salt and vinegar chips.
Okay. Blue bag. I'm a big sour cream guy, but
Sour cream's good, but not Lay's. That's my opinion, though.
all right, James.
Man. Dude, okay. I definitely could have gotten the Arizona green tea here.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me some flaming hot Cheetos.
Respect.
I always pictured you as a flaming hot Cheetos gal.
All right.
Crap.
There's dude, the perfect roast snack. Let me know if that doesn't count in the salty category. I think it does. So, beef jerky. Right?
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Sure. Gotta go beef jerky.
Yeah, I respect it, Kel.
And then final pick. Give me so I think of a gas station, I think of more juice than like sodas and stuff like that. I can't really think of any juice, but I'll go with the best Gatorade flavor of all time, lemon lime. Give me lemon lime Gatorade.
That's a hot take.
Respectable.
I like it. I like it as hot take.
It's respectable.
That might have to be on next episode of Gatorade Draft. Something Gatorade flavored draft. Shoot. Now I gotta get a sweet. I'm deciding by like those little Debbie cupcakes or some M&Ms, but you know what?
Don't forget about the cosmic brownie, man.
I think that's just more. I just eat those at the house. I don't really. You know what? Give me the little Debbie cupcake for the shit and giggles. Give it.
I like it.
They're tasty.
They're called ding dongs in the gas station.
Okay.
Yep.
For my beverage, I'm gonna go with the best Gatorade flavor, except they don't carry it in stores. However, where I work, they carry it on the low. Give me Riptide Rush.
Ooh.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
That thing is delicious.
It's me now, right?
Yeah, you're good, Davo.
All right, my last pick for sweet. I look for longevity when it comes to my sweets at a gas station. So I'm gonna go with any flavor of a Starburst.
Okay.
Original pack Starburst. What kind of Starburst we talking?
I personally like the Berrylicious.
All right, I put Berrylicious Starburst.
Like
I,
Berrylicious, something berry.
I knew that already. You're a berrylicious kind of guy.
I love my berries.
Crap.
All right,
All
right.
Last pick in the draft.
Yep.
My favorite candy bar. Give me the Twix.
Nice.
You're definitely a right Twix kind of person.
Big right Twix guy. Big right Twix guy.
I hear you.
Yep.
Snickers better though.
That's your opinion, John.
No, that's
I know. All right, David, I appreciate you coming on for the gas station snack draft, and well, that ends it here, guys. Appreciate y'all watching, being supporters of the channel. We're gonna try to do some epic stuff here in the coming weeks, and follow us on all our socials. We're trying to pump out content, and we're doing that for y'all. So I appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all back here next week.